Chapter 8 Charvan Tarpan. The food we eat, a mirror bright, reflects the mind, the heart, the light. Through purity of taste, the soul is freed, a harmonious balance, the heart's true need. In sacred texts, this truth is told that food, like fire, burns pure or cold. To nourish the soul and purify the mind, one must choose wisely, leave strife behind. So chew with care, savor each bite, seek sattvic food, and reach new height. For through the plate the heart may bloom, and in pure food the soul finds room.
आहार तरी सेविजे परिमितुलेनी मापे मविजे क्रियाजात आचरिजे तयाची स्थिती.
Jnaneshwari, chapter 6, verse 349. Saint Jnaneshwar, in his profound wisdom, has offered a secret teaching through a verse that reveals the deeper science of food consumption, including the importance of quantity and the manner in which we eat. This ancient wisdom has been further explained and brought to light by our revered Sadguru Param Pujya Modi Ji Maharaj and Param Pujya Bappa Sahib, who have unveiled its practical significance. Drawing inspiration from their insights, the practice known as Charvan Tarpan has been developed as a transformative experiment in conscious eating. The primary aim of this book is to illuminate this time-tested method of Charvan Tarpan, which emphasizes the thorough chewing of solid food until it becomes a liquid in the mouth before swallowing. This simple yet powerful practice supports holistic well-being, promoting strong health, longevity, inner purity, and freedom from disease. More importantly, it serves as a foundation for spiritual evolution, helping individuals progress on the path of self-realization and inner growth. Whether consuming wheat, barley, sorghum, or any other grain along with curry or vegetables, the essence of the practice lies in chewing small portions of food slowly and thoroughly. The goal is to liquefy the food in the mouth through sustained and mindful chewing. This transformative process is known as Charvan, and it can be practiced using one of the two methods. Method 1. Continuous chewing method. In this approach, the food is chewed continuously, activating the salivary glands and prompting a steady flow of saliva. As the food bolus rests momentarily in the mouth, the saliva is consciously swallowed. The bolus is then chewed again, stimulating another release of saliva. This cycle, chew, pause, swallow saliva, is repeated until the food is completely broken down and fully saturated with saliva. Only when the food has become a liquid consistency should it be swallowed. Method 2. Saliva enrichment method. In the second method, saliva is allowed to accumulate in the mouth as the food is chewed. Rather than swallowing the saliva right away, it is thoroughly mixed with the food until there is no distinguishable food particles remaining. The food is dissolved entirely in the saliva, creating a smooth liquid mixture. Only then is it swallowed. In this technique, saliva becomes the primary agent of nourishment, and food merely serves as a catalyst to stimulate its production. The underlying principle is to satisfy hunger by filling the stomach primarily with saliva enriched food, thereby promoting optimal digestion and satiety. The Charvan technique, often described as drinking food, emphasizes the importance of thorough chewing to liquefy solid food before swallowing. The fundamental aim is to fill the stomach not just with food, but with well chewed, saliva enriched food, which leads to true satiety and optimal digestion. A common question often arises: how long does it take to complete a meal using this method? The answer lies in the body's own feedback mechanism. As you chew your food mindfully, a mild discomfort or fatigue in the jaw muscles will begin to set in. This is a natural and reliable signal that the stomach is adequately filled and that it is time to stop eating. In this way, the body, rather than the mind, determines the appropriate quantity of food intake, preventing overeating and promoting balance. For liquid food such as soups, curries, or gravies, the method slightly differs. These should be sipped slowly, ideally while chewing small bites of solid food at the same time. This facilitates proper mixing of saliva even with liquid components, enhancing digestion and absorption. While the process of chewing, swallowing saliva, and repeating this cycle may initially seem time consuming, it is important to not seek shortcuts. Some may feel inclined to mix chapati, wheat bread, or sorghum jawar roti directly with curry or liquid food to make it easier to swallow. However, this approach reduces the effort required for chewing and, as a result, significantly less saliva is produced and mixed with the food. When food enters the stomach with minimal salivary enzymes, digestion is delayed and less efficient. On the other hand, taking small bites of dry food, such as chapati or roti, with dry vegetable preparations, bhaji, and chewing thoroughly until it becomes liquid in the mouth, stimulates an abundant flow of saliva. This not only ensures better digestion, but also reduces the overall amount of food required to feel full. Thus, chewing thoroughly, mindfully, and with patience is not a delay. It is a direct path to better health, improved digestion, and long term wellness. To maintain a truly healthy body, it is essential to give utmost care and attention to the well being of four key organs: the brain, heart, liver, and kidneys. These vital organs form the cornerstone of human health and are deeply interconnected, working in harmony to regulate the body's internal systems. These vital organs should not be overwhelmed by excessive demands related to food digestion. Striking a harmonious balance among these four organs is paramount for overall health, as they are intricately connected. Any disruption in the proper functioning of one organ can have detrimental effects on the performance of the other three, ultimately affecting the overall functioning of the body. Such imbalances can pave the way for health issues that may lead to serious consequences. Now, let us delve into the duration required for chewing a food bolus to effectively transform solid food into a liquid state through the action of saliva. When enjoying a meal such as bhaji, a dry vegetable preparation with bread, chapati, or roti, it is advisable to engage in at least 80 to 90 chewing cycles per bite. Importantly, this chewing should be quick and rhythmic rather than sluggish. When the chewing is fast yet thorough, it doesn't take much time but significantly enhances digestion, and food is subsequently transmuted into what is known as rasa. As the meticulously chewed food bolus undergoes this transformation into rasadhatu, it progresses through a sequential metamorphosis into raktadhatu, followed by mansadhatu, medadhatu, astidhatu, majjadhatu, shukradhatu, culminating in oja. This oja can be readily transmuted into teja, which signifies the vital life force within the body. Observing individuals who demonstrate poor eating habits, such as hurriedly swallowing rice or rice based dishes without proper chewing, or forming oversized rice balls, or pushing multiple large pieces of roti into their mouths without adequate chewing, raises concern. Without resorting to horoscopes, we can reasonably anticipate that these individuals are at a risk of encountering various health issues in the near future, including but not limited to high blood pressure and heart problems. While it may not be necessary to chew rice based dishes like khichdi, rice, or suji upma as extensively as roti, it remains crucial to chew them at least 30 to 40 times. This aids in the transformation of these food into nourishment that the body can efficiently utilize. These lighter food demand less saliva for digestion and can be effectively processed even with a reduced quantity of saliva in the stomach. Therefore, it is advisable to prioritize meals primarily composed of bread or roti during the day, reserving other meals for lighter options such as dal rice, upma, or khichdi. This approach alleviates undue stress on the digestive system. When adhering to this eating pattern, all seven dhatus, body tissues, are formed in their optimal state. Conversely, consuming food in large, minimally chewed portions weakens the digestive fire within the digestive system. Undigested food can lead to health problems, including issues like constipation. According to Ayurvedic principles, the digestive fire, known as Vaishvanara Agni, should be active continuously and vigorously. This fire is crucial for efficient digestion. The generation of Vaishvanara Agni results from the harmonious interplay of three vital forces: prana, apana, and samana. Prana flows from the mouth to the navel. Apana, which resides in the intestines, moves towards the navel, and samana is centered in the navel itself. When these three forces come together in harmony, Vaishvanara Agni is ignited. The strength and activity of this Vaishvanara Agni directly influence the speed and completeness of food transformation into nourishment within the body.
अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्त पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्.
Chapter 15, verse 14. Meaning, I am the Vaishvanaraha, the digestive fire in the bodies of all living entities, united with the inhaled breath, prana, and the exhaled breath, apana. I digest the four kinds of food. This verse suggests that the divine energy responsible for digestion, known as Vaishvanara Agni, is a gift from Lord Krishna. To illustrate how potent this Vaishvanara Agni should be, Ayurvedic science asserts that it should maintain a constant temperature, and this heat should be continuously active for 24 hours within the intestines. Only under these conditions can food be digested swiftly, typically within few minutes, without any undue strain on the digestive system. Some may argue that dedicating too much time to eating is not feasible. To address this concern, it is worth noting that the Charvan Tarpan method can be efficiently accomplished in approximately 25 to 30 minutes. In this approach, one should chew food swiftly in the mouth. It is essential to recognize that those who consume food rapidly or without thorough chewing are at a risk of developing various health issues. Based on our experience, it is evident that when the Charvan method is diligently and thoroughly practiced, a meal can be satisfying and completed with as little as half a chapati and a small portion of rice. Even for individuals engaged in physically demanding tasks, 1 to 1.5 roti with a modest serving of rice should suffice, providing satiety. A well balanced meal featuring components like green vegetables, salads, kadhi, lentil curry, potatoes, sprouts, buttermilk, and yogurt is not only nutritious but also promotes overall health. Consuming excessive quantities of food unnecessarily can lead to immediate feelings of heaviness in the body. This often results in a quick onset of drowsiness after lunch, diminishing the body's alertness for effective work. Laziness tends to increase, and both the mind and senses become sluggish. Consequently, the body, mind, and senses slow down, leading to a sense of heaviness and lethargy. Many individuals follow a routine of eating 3 full meals a day, typically in the morning, afternoon, and evening. However, this eating pattern can have detrimental effects on health. Opting for 2 meals a day is often considered a better approach than continuous snacking and frequent meals. Some people have a tendency to eat constantly without any control, consuming whatever is readily available without considering the consequences. This habit can lead to various health issues. Some individuals attempt shortcuts to avoid the effect of thorough chewing as prescribed by the Charvan method. They believe that they can consume the same quantity of food without chewing. But this approach is not Charvan. It is essentially dieting. Dieting often fails to provide complete satisfaction even after eating, and person may feel hungry within a few hours. On the other hand, following the Charvan method diligently, where the stomach is filled with saliva and one experiences a sense of complete contentment, is a different experience. After a well chewed meal, sweet taste, madhur ras, lingers in the mouth. An individual may lose the desire to eat anything after a meal due to a sense of fullness. Even their favorite food no longer seems appealing. Between meals, there is typically no sensation of hunger, and even if hunger does arise, one can have light options like soup, fruits, or a handful of roasted groundnuts without overburdening the digestive system. This approach minimizes strain on the digestive system and can lead to a more balanced and satisfying eating experience. It is essential to instill healthy eating habits in children from a young age. Unfortunately, in today's fast paced environment, there is a tendency to encourage children to eat quickly. This hurried eating can result in various digestive system health issues for kids. Furthermore, inadequate chewing of food can lead to constipation, where children may not have bowel movements for 2 to 3 days. When the quantity of food consumed is not adequately processed and eliminated by the body, stool remains in the intestine and dries out, becoming hard and impacted. This hardened stool can start decomposing within the intestines, leading to feelings of heaviness, lethargy, and decreased alertness in both the body and mind. Children may struggle to concentrate on their studies and may complain of various discomforts such as headaches, body aches, and backaches. These symptoms can negatively impact their overall well being and daily activities. Therefore, promoting proper chewing and regular balanced meals for children is crucial for their long term health and well being. In today's fast paced world, many children are missing out on the joy of play and physical activities. Instead, they spend a significant amount of time in front of screens, which has led to a rise in both physical and mental issues. Conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart problems, and depression are becoming increasingly prevalent among young people. Moreover, unhealthy eating habits, such as not chewing food properly or simply gulping it down, and the consumption of excessive fast food and junk food contribute to an imbalance in the Raja and Tama properties within the body. These imbalances can result in a constant state of distraction, making it difficult for children to focus and concentrate on tasks. To address these pressing issues, it is essential for teachers in schools and parents at home to adopt the Charvan method for consuming food. When children observe their teachers and parents practicing the Charvan technique, they are more likely to learn and implement it themselves, as children often learn by imitating their elders. Without setting a positive example through action, the phrase all talk and no action becomes relevant, and the teachings given to children may have limited impact. Therefore, parents and teachers must lead by example and practice the Charvan method themselves. This way, we can encourage healthier eating habits and overall well being in the younger generation. Encouraging children to adopt the Charvan method of chewing food thoroughly, with each food bolus chewed 80 times, may seem challenging at first. However, introducing this routine gradually over time can be effective. It is important to remember that any new habit typically takes a minimum of 21 to 40 days to become ingrained. To help children learn and develop this habit, consider the following gradual approach. In the initial 8 to 10 days, encourage children to chew each food bolus 10 times before swallowing. In the following 8-10 days, increase the chewing count to 15 times per food bolus. Over the next 8 to 10 days, continue to raise the count to 20 times. Gradually increase the chewing count to 25 to 30 times per food bolus. By following this gradual progression, children can eventually reach the goal of chewing each food bolus at least 30 times before swallowing. When children consistently practice this method, positive changes and improvements can be observed in their health, behavior, and academic performance. Introducing this practice in childhood can lead to enhanced health, intellect, and emotional development, which teachers at school too may notice. As children grow into college life, they can further refine this habit and aim to chew each food bolus 80 times. This practice has the potential to significantly boost their intellect and emotional development. Additionally, incorporating yogasana, Surya Namaskar, and body cleansing techniques can further contribute to noticeable improvements in their intelligence quotient (IQ) and emotional quotient (EQ). A stable mind, improved EQ, and a deep love for academic subjects can result from these practices. Students may find that they can understand and grasp academic topics thoroughly with just one reading when they approach their studies with love and focus. How do seniors who have artificial teeth or dentures follow this method of Charvan? It is true that artificial teeth cannot chew roti and bhakri completely. Therefore, in the beginning, when they are learning this method, it is advisable to consume only half a roti or half a bhakri only in one meal during the day. If one could avoid roti or bhakri altogether and chew and consume food items like khichdi, bhagar, poha, upma, potato curry, soup, buttermilk, kadhi, rice, green leafy vegetables, lentils, chana, moong, chole, and rajma, etc., it will lessen strain on the digestive system. These food items can be easily chewed 25 to 30 times. It also ensures a full stomach, satisfies hunger, and supports overall health, reducing the risk of diseases. In times of travel or rush, having roasted peanuts as a quick snack can be a lifesaver due to their convenience. During festive occasions, when food is consumed with minimal chewing, it is advisable to opt for lighter options like kadhi, buttermilk, lentils, and roasted peanuts the next day. This helps in preventing stomach discomfort. Maintaining good health entails through chewing of food, typically 30 to 40 times per bite. Even individuals with illnesses can benefit from the practice of chewing each bite of food thoroughly 80 to 90 times to aid in complete digestion. However, for individuals aspiring for an extraordinary vitality and the manifestation of divinity within their bodies, as well as a longer lifespan, an even more meticulous approach is recommended. Each morsel of food should be chewed 80 to 90 times. Let us explore the technique of drinking water known as tarpan, which is equally important alongside charvan. Before discussing the details, let us first understand the importance of water to our body. The human body is made up of 50 to 70% water, depending upon age, gender, geoecological location, physical activity, and circadian rhythm. Water is distributed in the body as intracellular and extracellular fluid. Approximately 60% of total body water is intracellular fluid inside cells, and approximately 40% of total body water is extracellular fluid outside cells, including blood plasma, interstitial fluid, etc. A person can survive around 30 to 60 days without food as long as they have water, but can survive only about 3 to 7 days without water as dehydration leads to organ failure quickly. Water is essential for human life making up about 60% of the body. It plays several vital roles in maintaining body functions and overall health. Number 1. Regulates body temperature. Water helps regulate the body's temperature by dissipating heat through sweating and breathing. It helps maintain a stable internal environment even when the external temperature changes. Number 2. Supports cellular functions. Every cell in the body requires water to function properly. It aids in transporting nutrients and removing waste products at the cellular level. Number 3. Facilitates digestion and nutrient absorption. Water is needed for the digestion of food and the absorption of nutrients in the intestines. It also helps break down food so the body can absorb essential nutrients more easily. Number 4. Helps in detoxification. Water helps remove waste products from the body through urination, sweating, and bowel movements. The kidneys, which filter out toxins from the blood, require a sufficient amount of water to work effectively. Number 5. Lubricates joints and cushions the organs. Water acts as a lubricant in joints, preventing friction and wear and tear. It also protects vital organs and tissues by providing a cushioning effect. Number 6. Maintains blood circulation. Blood is primarily composed of water, and sufficient hydration ensures that blood can flow freely throughout the body, delivering oxygen and nutrients to tissues and removing waste products. Number 7. Prevents dehydration. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, headaches, dizziness, and impaired cognitive function. Maintaining proper hydration helps avoid these issues. Number 8. Aids in skin health. Adequate hydration keeps the skin moisturized, helps prevent dryness, and supports its elasticity, making the skin look healthier. Number 9. Supports cognitive function. Water is crucial for brain function. Dehydration can impair concentration, memory, and mood, making it harder to think clearly. Number 10. Regulates pH balance. Water helps maintain the pH balance of bodily fluids, which is essential for normal cellular function. In short, water is indispensable for nearly every system and function in the human body. Consistent hydration is crucial to maintaining health and well-being. Often, when we are thirsty, we tend to drink water hastily. Many people pour cold water directly from a glass into their mouth and gulp it down. This method does not allow saliva to mix with the water, hindering proper digestion. From a health perspective, it is advisable to avoid drinking cold water, whether it is from an earthen pot or the fridge. In the Tarpan technique, you should take a small quantity of water into your mouth, swish and swirl it around for a few seconds. As you do this, the water becomes slightly warm and your saliva also gets mixed with it. This is when you should drink the water. The timing of water intake plays a crucial role in maintaining digestive health. This is beautifully summarized in a Sanskrit verse from Chanakya Niti.
अजीर्णे भेषजं वारि जीर्णे वारि बलप्रदं भोजने चामृतं वारि भोजनान्ते विषापहम्.
Meaning, water is like medicine when taken during indigestion, like a tonic when taken after digestion, like nectar when sipped during meals, and like poison when consumed immediately after meals. This verse encapsulates timeless Ayurvedic insight into how water influences digestion based on its timing. Number 1. Water as medicine during indigestion. When taken during indigestion, ajirna, a small amount of water acts like a medicine. It helps relieve symptoms by supporting the body's natural detoxification and calming digestive discomfort. Warm water, in particular, can assist in breaking down accumulated toxins and undigested food. Ama. Number 2. Water as a tonic after digestion. Once the food has been fully digested, Jirna Avastha, water acts as a strength giver or tonic. At this stage, the body is ready to absorb nutrients, and hydration supports the formation of the first body tissue, Rasadhatu, which nourishes all other tissues. Practical tip: drinking a glass of water early in the morning when the previous night's meal is typically digested rejuvenates the system, stimulates bowel movements, and helps detoxify the body. Number 3. Water as nectar during meals. When sipped slowly in small quantities during meals, water functions like nectar, amrita. It moistens food, aids chewing, and helps in the smooth passage of food through the digestive tract. It also supports Agni, digestive fire, by creating the right environment for enzymatic action and nutrient assimilation. Number 4. Water as poison immediately after meals. Drinking water immediately after meals is compared to poison. This is because it, number 1, dilutes gastric juices and digestive enzymes. Number 2, weakens the Agni or digestive fire. Number 3, slows down the metabolism. And number 4, leads to incomplete digestion. This impaired digestion prevents proper nutrient extraction and may lead to the formation of ama, toxins, which are considered the root cause of many diseases in Ayurveda. The food which was meant to act as nectar for the body may instead remain undigested and become toxic. Proper timing of water intake is not just a traditional belief, it aligns with both ancient Ayurvedic science and modern physiology. Sipping water mindfully during meals, staying hydrated after digestion, and avoiding water immediately after eating can significantly improve digestive health, nutrient absorption, and overall vitality. Consuming food in excessive quantities, failing to chew it properly following the Charvan method, and indulging in heavy, fatty meals can lead to the need for consistent water consumption, which strain the kidneys. Therefore, drinking water slowly, rinsing it in the mouth and mixing it with saliva before consumption is advisable. When food and water are consumed properly using the Charvan and Tarpan techniques, the process of digestion, assimilation, and metabolism occurs smoothly and efficiently. It is important to note that when following the Charvan and Tarpan methods, it is advisable to apply the Tarpan technique only when drinking water. Other liquid substances like tea, coffee, milk, buttermilk, soup, and lemonade should be consumed as usual without rinsing and mixing with saliva. This is necessary to protect your teeth and maintain good dental and overall well being.